What's happening, guys? Welcome to our live broadcast, answering all the questions, Sinister 6 spin-off films, Venom spin-off films, and of course, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now I'm gonna share it on my Facebook right now. Hold on a second, and Twitter. And yeah, just a minute. So that other people can join us and ask me questions. All right, there we go. I just shared it on Facebook and now Twitter. All right, perhaps someone is already watching. No, not yet. The live broadcast will be available on YouTube after I'm done with the live Hangout. Now we need to wait until a few people will join us. Hello, TC Music 94. Welcome. We're doing live Hangout, answering all the questions about the upcoming spin-off films and, of course, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. There's one guy, he might join us a bit later. What do you think about people loving Spidey? Well, what to think about it? Honestly, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Been a fan for probably my whole life. I grew up watching actually cartoons, not reading comic books. I came into a comic book world a little bit later. And my first Spider-Man cartoon was the Amazing Spider-Man 90s series, TV series. Yeah, probably, yeah. And then I watched the Spectacular Spider-Man. I love both of these shows. Hold on a second. Hey, Ultimate Z-Man. Hello, Flopper Mike. You are one of my favorite YouTubers. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Really appreciate that. Is there a way I can come up with you? You mean join the Hangout? Well, I'm not sure. I think I made it private. Maybe you can if you have the Google Plus page. Yeah. Venom will be in Webb's universe or Raimi? You mean if Venom will be featured in Mark Webb's universe? Well, here's the thing. A Venom spin-off film, before they can make a Venom spin-off film, they need to, to introduce Venom. And the way Venom looks, his eyes and everything, is obviously, that's how symbiote adapted after Spidey's costume. So technically Peter needs to wear the symbiote, the Venom suit first, and then it's Eddie Brock. So The Amazing Spider-Man 2 won't feature Venom. The Amazing Spider-Man 3, maybe they will introduce Eddie Brock. I don't know. If Spidey will fight Sinister 6 wearing a symbiote costume, that should be like the Spectacular Spider-Man style. It should be awesome. Ironically, the CBC is having a live podcast. Yeah, Comic Book Cast too. I love these guys. Hey, Woohoo134. The Ultimate Z-Man. Same, I grew up watching the cartoons and movies before the comics. Who's your favorite villain? Well, The Beetle? No, I'm kidding. Probably Mysterio. Mysterio, Shocker, Living Brain, and yeah, I think Mysterio is my favorite villain. Who do you think will be playing Venom? Any actors come into mind? There's this guy from the who played Jesse in Breaking Bad. I forgot his name. What was his name? The guy from Breaking Bad. Jeez, shame on me. Aaron. I don't remember his surname. I think he's the best choice for Venom. Yeah. I mean, we just need for Venom. We just need a guy who, who is kind of has these muscles. He's huge. We don't really need a great acting abilities. Honestly, I think he doesn't really need to be Tom Cruise. I want to see Flash as Venom. Yeah. Well, originally I thought that a Venom spin-off film will feature Agent Venom, Flash Thompson, Chris Zilka, Flash. But the latest one of the latest Daily Bugle virals, they said that they featured Eddie Brock. So if there is Eddie Brock in Mark Webb's universe, he should be Venom. It's not Flash. Do you like Ultimate Spider-Man or Spectacular? Ultimate Spider-Man, I'm not watching it anymore. I've seen the first 2 episodes, I think. I don't know, it's just not my kind of show. Spectacular Spider-Man, I've seen it lots of times. It's one of my favorite, probably my most favorite Spider-Man TV show. And then there's Spider-Man the 90s series. Any ideas about Stan Lee cameo in The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Yeah, he will have a cameo scene during the graduation scene. We've spotted Stan on some of the set pictures when they filmed the graduation scene. Graduation with Peter, Gwen. So he will have a brief cameo scene there. It should be funny. I mean, it's hard to top the cameo in The Amazing Spider-Man 1, the library scene. It was hilarious. I hope they'll come up with something as funny as this scene. Yo7, would you like to see someone like Mysterio or Kraven in a movie? Mysterio, yeah, I mentioned it. He's one of my favorite villains. He deserves to be on a big screen for quite a long time. He's a really cinematic villain. I mean, he's the master of magic. Can you imagine, like, all the CGI and everything? He could seriously mess up with Spidey in terms of, his illusions and everything. It could look really cool on the screen, on the big screen. Do you think Spidey should have any interactions with the Avengers whatsoever after The Amazing Spider-Man 2? I don't think Spidey will ever join the Avengers or will have any sort of interactions with them. I've discussed it lots of times in my videos. Sony Pictures and Disney, they currently having this deal. Disney are getting all the revenue from the toys and everything, merchandise, all the merchandise, and Sony Pictures are getting money only from the box office, the Spider-Man. I don't think Spidey will ever join the Avengers. I've made lots of videos about it. In any of the future The Amazing Spider-Man movies, they should remix the Spectacular theme song. For sure. By the way, guys, what's the best title for future Spider-Man reboot if it features Miles Morales? Ultimate Spider-Man? Maybe. Hold on, I've missed a couple of comments. Aaron Paul, yeah, that's the guy from the Breaking Bad who played Jesse. I think he should be Eddie Brock. You think that Carnage will be in any of the Spider-Man films? Well, yeah, if they're making a Venom movie where Venom will be sort of a hero, he should fight someone, and he will probably fight one of the symbiote's offsprings, Toxic or Carnage. I mean, who else, right? Carnage is quite a violent villain. I mean, they need to come up with some ratings They can't just show Carnage on the big screen without including all the violence. I don't know if they want to do Carnage right. Cletus Cassidy is one crazy dude. He kills people and everything. And Jim Carrey is not playing Carnage, so you can relax, guys. This rumor was debunked. Best Spider-Man voice actor, Josh Keaton. Do you believe that the Amazing Spider-Man is connected to the Avengers? Well, those people who come up with theories about Spidey being connected to the Avengers, they usually bring the crane scene from the Amazing Spider-Man 1. I mean, there are so many cranes in New York City. It has to be like they're fixing the damage. Something, probably after the events of the Avengers, they are just bringing the city back together. Therefore, there are so many cranes. Somebody came up with this idea, and I think it's a little bit crazy theory. But then again, yeah, there were a lot of cranes. Maybe I don't know. You do know that the Ascap Tower was supposed to be in the Avengers poster, but something went wrong and they didn't include it. So at some point, Sony Pictures and Marvel had this sort of idea, this deal, and they wanted to include Ascap Tower to the New York skyline in the Avengers poster. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they have some plans with Spidey joining the Avengers. 7, quick question. What do you think about The Amazing Spider-Man 2? What's The Amazing Spider-Man 2? I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you think of Gwen Stacy dying in The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Well, probably the clock tower. She dies during the clock tower scene. In the trailer, we spotted Spidey is trying to catch someone who falls from a high distance. He just webs. He shoots webs, just like in the Gwen Stacy story arc in the comic where Gwen died. He tried to catch her and her neck snapped. But maybe, they showed us this scene in the trailer. Would they show something like that in the trailer? I mean, the Gwen's death is supposed to be a surprise, even for die-hard fans. They're probably just teasing with us. She won't really die. Maybe in The Amazing Spider-Man 3 she will. Do you think Peter Parker will die in The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Well, Andrew Garfield just recently said that he might not be back for The Amazing Spider-Man 4. It doesn't mean anything. A guy just signed a contract for 3 films. He can be back, he can renew his contract later on, and he can still be back. It doesn't mean that Spider-Man will die. If he dies, they will probably do it the Ultimate Spider-Man style. The death of Peter Parker, where basically Norman and his thugs killed Spider-Man. By the way, I just spotted something really funny. I was reading the Ultimate Spider-Man, the Hollywood story arc with Doc Ock and a movie about Spider-Man. Hold on a second. And there's a brief cameo of Sam Raimi and Avi Arad. It's really hilarious. I've never noticed it before for some reason, or maybe I just don't remember. Hold on a second. Yeah, right. It's really funny. That's Avi Arad and Sam Raimi, and they're filming a movie about Spider-Man. Now I think Mark Webb deserves a spotlight in the comic book as well. Not in the superior one. If they bring Peter back. Alright, got a couple of questions. Dude, in the trailer there were guards running towards an open prison cell. Ravencroft. I think someone escaped from Ravencroft. Of course someone escapes from Ravencroft. Ravencroft being a home for various villains, even Carnage. When we discussed the rumor about Jim Carrey playing Carnage, I thought that he might have a brief cameo, just Cletus Cassidy sitting in a prison cell in Ravencroft. I think it might be Rhino who escapes Ravencroft. Maybe not Rhino. I don't know. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is supposed to start with Rhino stealing a truck from Asgard. So someone is escaping Ravencroft. I don't know. Maybe it's not Doc Ock, it's not Vulture, even thought we spotted the Easter eggs. Yeah, that's a interesting question. Who escapes Ravencroft? Maybe they will tease the Sinister Six in the post-credit scene in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So the Ravencroft escape is actually in the post-credit scene. During The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Rhino is placed in Ravencroft, and then he escapes Ravencroft. Someone is freeing all the bad guys. Someone is gathering all the bad guys. If Electro is placed in Ravencroft, Rhino is placed in the Ravencroft. Maybe by the end of the movie, they're all freed from the prison. We see a prison escape scene. And along, wouldn't it be cool if, like Electro runs from Ravencroft, the prison escape, Rhino runs away, and we see someone else like Cletus Cassidy. Well, maybe not Cletus Cassidy, and maybe Vulture, Adrian Toomes joining them as well. Is Black Cat going to be in The Amazing Spider-Man 2? No, I think she won't be in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. We speculated for quite a long time that Felicity Jones might play Black Cat, but apparently, judging from the leaked storyboards and the trailer where Harry approaches Asgard on the glider, and we see there in the window Felicity Jones is standing. I think Felicity Jones is playing one of Harry Osborn's girlfriends. We do know that Harry has this sort of lifestyle. He's a sort of a playboy. He has lots of girlfriends, and she will be one of the girlfriends, probably playing a bigger part. Something maybe she kills her. Maybe he kills her when he becomes Goblin. What do you think about the fact that Norman Osborn is not the main Green Goblin? Well, before answering this question, we need to know for sure who is Harry. Who is Harry Osborn? Is he Green Goblin? Is he Hobgoblin? I mean, the way he looks in the trailer, we spotted him in the trailer with all this crazy hair and his costume. He doesn't look like Hobgoblin, at least not like the Ultimate, not like the 616. If there is another version of Hobgoblin I'm not aware of, maybe. He looks like the Osborn Jr. Green Goblin from Spider-Man 3, kinda. Do you think that Michael Morbius will team up with Sinister Six? Jesus. Michael Morbius, we spotted in the trailer on Harry's touchscreen table. There is a Venom project, something like Venom. Dr. Connor's file, and then there was Michael Morbius file, something like that. So they are teasing Michael Morbius. But I think we have enough villains for a Sinister Six already. We don't need another living vampire to join the movie. Maybe it's just a tease. What villains do you think will appeal in the Sinister Six? Well, Electro, Rhino, Lizard. I just recently made a video. Will Lizard join the Sinister Six? Vulture, Doc Ock. Now, number 6. It can be Norman Osborn. It can be Venom. Well, Venom has his own story, so it's probably Norman. Number 6 is the one who forms the Sinister Six. Seven, as you saw, they changed website electroarrives.com to enemiesunite.com. Do you think Green Goblin, Rhino, and Electro will team up just like 3 versus 1? Enemies Unite thing could mean a lot of things. Maybe it's a tease of Sinister Six, or maybe it's kind of like Rhino, Electro, and Harry Osborn unite in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Unite to kill Spider-Man. Not at the same time, but, you know, enemies unite. So it's not necessarily a tease of Sinister Six. It might be just that enemies unite, 3 enemies in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. We've got Mark Kuzmins. I don't know how to pronounce his nickname. Hey Mark, would you like to join the Hangout? He will join, I think. My favorite t-shirt. Venom. I've got like 20 Spider-Man t-shirts. And not a single decent costume. I'm not a real Spider-Man fan. Mark, I will try to invite you. I'm sure you will join. Seven, please answer my question. Who do you think, what Sinister Six motives will be? A motive for killing Spider-Man? Well, they can't just go and kill Spider-Man just because Norman Osborn said so. That's a really tough question. Originally, Doc Ock wanted to just, beat Spider-Man. He lost his. No, hold on a second. The original Sinister Six, 616. Yeah, after losing like 3 fights to Spider-Man in a row, then Doc Ock came up with the idea to form the Sinister Six. It was basically a revenge plan. That's a little bit too simple for a movie. They need some other motives. Norman Osborn said to kill Spider-Man, let's go kill Spider-Man. Ah, that sucks. So I want to address this question to you guys. What motives Sinister Six will have for killing Spider-Man? Why would they want to kill Spider-Man? All right, Mark is joining us, and I have no idea how to invite someone. Hold on a second. How do I invite a person? I don't know. Screen share, capture. I don't know. How do I? Hold on, guys. I need to invite. Maybe this one? No. All right. Hold on a second, Mark. I'm going to answer the questions. Which symbiote costume do you like more, Sam Raimi or the comic book original? Comic book original, but we have a video. I have a video on my channel where we actually discuss. Originally, they wanted to have the comic book symbiote costume in Spider-Man 3, but they went with the red and blue, just painted black costume. All right, I need to invite Mark. Oh, I found invite Mark. Yay! Awesome. All right, someone is joining us pretty soon. Do you think they will introduce Liz Allen in the series? Why? Peter already had a love interest, and then there's Shailene Woodley coming pretty soon, so we've got enough of girlfriends for Spider-Man so far. Would you like a Tobey Maguire cameo in the Amazing Spider-Man franchise? I don't think it's a great idea. It's too soon for Tobey Maguire cameo, and considering how many fans are bashing each other regarding Sam Raimi's trilogy and Mark Webb's trilogy, which one is better, it would cause a huge controversy probably, so it's not really a wise marketing decision. Not a marketing decision, it's just stupid to include Tobey Maguire. I mean, we're getting used to Andrew Garfield, and now they show us Tobey and remind us of old Spider-Man. So yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Hello, 7 webheads.
Hello, Mark. I can't pronounce your surname.
It's Cuz Mints.
Oh, all right, Cosmins. So we've got lots of questions. If you go to my YouTube channel,
I got there.
oh, so you see the comments, right?
Yes, I'm seeing the comments, and yes, I do have some couple of speculations, but I'm just gonna read out the comments.
Where's your Spidey costume? Come on.
Oh, do you really want me to change? Like, no.
No,
I'm too young.
not right now. Maybe. Hold on a second. Where's my Spidey mask?
Wait,
I can't
you
really
just
see.
wait. I'm gonna take my brother's outfit.
All right. We should invite Venom to Million. If there was a fight between Andrew Garfield Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, who would win? Really?
Here we go.
Oh, that's not a costume.
Well, I do not want to change like right now, but at least I have a mask.
Hold on a second. Where's my mask? Should be somewhere here.
Okay, take your time. I'm a very patient kiddo.
You can answer some of those questions right now.
Okay. Who do you think? Well, who do you think is the Green Goblin in the Amazing Spider-Man 2? Harry Osborn or Norman Osborn? It's obviously Harry Osborn, judging by the trailers, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna save some kind of a plot twist. So, what do you think the Sinister Six movie will be like? I'm pretty sure it's already something like that. They said something like the Avengers. Where's the plot? Is them leading to work with them?
Yeah.
If Peter was presidented to be the first, wait, I'm pretty sure I screwed up. So, Webheads, do you think Marvel will introduce Miles Morales in The Amazing Spider-Man 4?
Well, if there's a reboot, they possibly, I don't know, if it should be a different Spider-Man movie, it shouldn't be connected with the Amazing Spider-Man, right? I think it should be a fresh story just from the beginning, without showing the origin, without showing the spider bite. I don't want to see a third origin again.
Yeah, but I think I did post it on your Facebook page that there's some kind of a rumor that Sony is planning to kill off Peter Parker in The Amazing Spider-Man 3. I prescribe that as bullshit because in the beginning they said they forgot to post the rumor a while ago. This proves that the rumor is fake. Okay.
I think it was just a theory, not a rumor. No?
Probably.
Yeah. All right. Day 7, which villain would you personally like to see in Spidey's universe? Well, as I mentioned, Mysterio is one of my favorite villains. I would like to see Mysterio. He should look cool on the big screen with all the magic effects, and it should be great.
This is something really weird. This is kind of like a ridiculous humor. Is there a song called "Hitless Are Us" that Harry Osborn goes to? It says that, believe it or not.
What?
It actually says that. It's ridiculous, to be honest.
Bullshit.
Yes. Bullshit. Like, ooh, I don't know, that rumor with Aunt May being Carnage?
Yeah, that's why I should never trust IMDb.com. I mean, everyone can edit articles, everyone can edit the information about movies, so it's not official. It's just like someone can prank you, literally. Don't trust IMDb. Don't trust IMDb.com.
I'm not trusting them. I'm only trusting Wikipedia.
Do you like Shailene Woodley in The Amazing Spider-Man 3? Well, Gwen dies, Peter needs a new girlfriend, so why not? Shailene Woodley, unfortunately her part is cut from The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. which is pretty...
After lots of fans bashed her, how she doesn't look like Mary Jane Watson. Well, there were a couple of set pictures without makeup, and while not really looking ugly, she looked weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why would you go to the set without wearing makeup, knowing that there are hundreds of paparazzis everywhere, right?
Yeah, but...
Well, she's a talented actress. I've seen her in a movie with George Clooney. I forgot the name of the movie.
The Descendants.
Yeah. Have you seen the latest Total film?
A movie with Mary Jane and Bruce Wayne, because he's not technically Batman.
Have you seen the latest Total film cover where Shailene Woodley and Spidey standing together like so close?
With Captain Kirk? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that pose. You know.
That's like a prank. I mean, Shailene Woodley and Spider-Man in one cover together.
Do you know what's the really weirdest fan cast I ever seen or I ever heard? Was Megan Fox as Mary Jane. Well, she got the looks right, but the acting, no.
No way.
No.
And Megan Fox should do Transformers movies only, period.
Or she could go with the modeling agency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did they show a small clip of Shailene Woodley in the trailers? Well, Mary Jane was supposed to be a waitress, right?
Yeah.
And they just included this shot in the trailer where we see Mary Jane from her back and there's a car falling down. Yeah, what do you think about this, Mr. Mark Cosmin?
I'm pretty sure they're kind of like making like a cameo where it's just a little appearance, like you cannot even see it. You know, like you cannot mention that it's actually Shailene Woodley. Maybe they're not going to put her in the end credits, but I'm pretty sure she's just a cameo role.
But they still paid her, right?
Yeah, they just still kept her for the trailers.
Who do you think will be the villain in Venom film? Well, I already discussed this thing. Carnage, I think, or Toxin, some of the symbiote's offsprings. What do you think, Mark? Who should be the villain in a Venom film?
No, I'm pretty sure it should be
Spider-Man.
Absolutely Carnage, because yeah, I'm totally agreeing with Carnage, because I would love to see Venom fighting against Carnage. I'd like to see for the first act of the Venom film, the beginning of the young Eddie Brock, and then we're gonna see like the beginning of the symbiote. You know, it's crashed from the space, but it's being inspected by Oscorp, so it's being kept by Oscorp, and Richard Parker is basically like checking into that. Maybe it can be the cure for Norman Osborn's cancer disease. And in the second act, Eddie Brock gets a hold of Venom, and he basically tries to terrorize the city, and he also finds out that there's actually the second symbiote that Richard Parker has actually just split it out, and because of it being split out, it basically turned into red because it did not get out of the real world so much. And so this basically the first half of the second act. The second half of the second act, it should be like the birth of Carnage, and Carnage wreaking havoc. And the third act, it should be basically like the final battle against, you know, who, the Venom and Carnage.
Right.
And if Carnage will be introduced in the Amazing Spider-Man universe, who do you think should play Carnage? Because I want to see Robert Knepmer from the upcoming Arrow series, who was in the Prison Break, and who will be, and who was in the Hitman movie, and Transporter 3. He kind of gets the Cletus Cassidy look right, but I'm pretty sure he's been playing the bad guy all the time.
Yeah, I think you should.
I'm pretty sure.
The writer, whatever his name was, Roberto Orci, no, Alex Kurtzman. I think you should replace him and write a script for a Venom movie.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, I can think of a story, but about the dialogue, I'm not sure.
Which costume you prefer more, the Amazing Spider-Man 1 from the Amazing Spider-Man 1 or the newest one? I prefer the newest one. I think the reason they went for such a dramatic changes in Spidey's costume for the first movie. They wanted to differ from Sam Raimi's trilogy as far as possible. And now they established the Mark Webb Spider-Man, and they can go with the classic look. Even though a lot of people are still complaining about the new costume, like, it looks like Sam Raimi's one. No, it doesn't. That's just the classic Spidey with bigger eyes. I prefer him more.
I prefer the first one as well because it kind of looks like a bit realistic. It shows how a Spider-Man costume can be developed by a teenager by using sunglasses, using a printer, using baseballs, for the skin of it. But I'm not really complaining about the second costume, but I'm pretty sure my biggest question is how was he able to get these materials? But either way, I'm actually happy with both suits, and I'm pretty sure. I'm not really complaining about. Don't get mad, but I'm pretty sure you said it's a little bit similar to the Sam Raimi's, but you're not saying that it's just like the Sam Raimi's, but it has a bit of a resemblance to the Raimi costume. Whilst you're giving your first reaction to the Amazing Spider-Man 2 cast outfit.
All right.
I'm not complaining. I'm just basically giving a little throwback.
Yeah, how he was able to get those materials, as well as how he was able to get Ascarp's biocable, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like not really. It's supposed to be expensive stuff, right?
Yeah.
And Peter is poor.
Yeah.
Maybe he steal it.
Or maybe it's a Christmas present. It's Christmas.
Yeah, from his dead father. Oh Jesus, it's gross. Richard Parker, like a.
I'm gonna read out a little bit of questions. Somebody mentioned me, but somebody actually asked, which Venom origin would you like to see? The alien from the 616 or the cancer cure from the Ultimate? I have to say it's like a mix of it. It first comes from space. It's been like from a long time. Some kind of astronauts just got back from the secret mission, and Oscorp just came along and decided to borrow this object, this symbiote object, and decide to inspect it in Oscorp, by Richard Parker to see if this is the cure for the cancer for Norman Osborn. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a mix between that. And what are your thoughts, Seven?
I think it might be still the alien. It comes from space, and Ascarp is the first to acquire it. So it's basically a mix of both universes. I think Richard Parker should be the one who, maybe if they go with the Ultimate route, they obviously should. Richard Parker should be the one who creates the symbiote. It's one of his researches, and I don't know. I've made lots of videos about this topic as well, so it might be a mix of both universes. Maybe it comes from space, and Ascarp takes it and places it in the door number 7 from the trailer. There are 6 doors, 7 doors. Door number 7 is the symbiote. Maybe.
There is a question, which probably is the longest question of the longest waited ever. 7, will you ever post part 6 of your The Amazing Spider-Man 2 script? I'm pretty sure you're basically like canceling that since The Amazing Spider-Man 2 has been already established.
I think I predicted some things in my script, like Max Dillon in his containment cell at Ascarp. That was in my script.
Yeah.
So maybe, I will bring the part 6 definitely after a couple more years, I think. Yeah, it's been a year since I wrote this script, and I don't know.
I still remember that Cooper image where he posted a skeleton saying, "I'm still waiting for that part 5 or Subweb has a script."
Well, it's nice that people are still waiting.
Actually, I actually remembered Evan Jung, one of my friends. He basically like did a theory that in the trailers you can see like Spider-Man kicking Goblin, and there was already a web scene. There was already a web there, and in the later trailers, it's basically like Spider-Man shooting the web just to save Gwen, but how can he like attach web from up there if there's a huge hole in the clock tower?
And it just looks like straight from the comic book where Gwen died. I mean, the way he shoots webs, it's like a frame from a comic book. I mean, she either dies or they're just going to prank us, and her death will be faked out, and she doesn't really die in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I mean, why would they show it in the trailer, right? Such a surprise moment, such a dramatic moment, and they will just spoil it in the trailer? No.
Yeah. Actually, imagine what could happen if Gwen Stacy would die, you know. And I was just literally laying on my bed, and I nearly shouted, "No, no, 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 no!" I'm pretty sure if that's gonna happen in the theaters, I'm literally gonna flip out, and I'm pretty sure the usher will kick me out like Bruce Campbell did in Spider-Man 2. You
We
think
need a
so?
Bruce Campbell cameo.
Oh, Bruce Campbell cameo. Do you think Bruce Campbell might be Mysterio?
No. It's a stupid rumor from the past. I don't think he's Mysterio. But he could definitely
Yeah, but
fit the role. I mean, he's charismatic and he's funny, so... Seven, do you think Spidey can team up with Venom, Black Cat, Silver Sable, and the Spider-Woman to beat the Sinister Six? I can definitely see Spidey teaming up with Black Cat. Silver Sable, not so much, and it would be really cool if Spidey uses the symbiote suit. He puts the symbiote suit and he fights Sinister Six, just like in the Spectacular Spider-Man TV series. Right, Mark?
yes. But I'm pretty sure somebody said the death of Spider-Man storyline for the Amazing Spider-Man 4. Like I said about that little speculation, I said about Sony Pictures planning on killing off Spider-Man versus the Amazing Spider-Man 3. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I mean, if Robert Downey Jr. expanded his contract for appearing in the Avengers: Age of Ultron and the Avengers 3, I'm pretty sure Andrew Garfield can do the same for the other Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, I think Andrew will be back, and we shouldn't really worry about this.
Yeah.
Okay, someone else is probably joining our hangout. Who do you think gets killed first, Gwen Stacy or one of the three villains? I don't see Electro dying. I mean, a guy is made out of electricity. Besides, he needs to join the Sinister Six, so Electro won't die. Rhino won't die. Harry, he might die. You know, Peter,
Like
I don't know, or he becomes the drug addict, like in the 616 universe. He just, you know, he's just a nobody. Spidey beats him. Norman becomes Green Goblin, and Harry is just, you know, he either dies or I don't know.
Yeah. I actually know there was one particular shot of Dane DeHaan in a close-up, like looking like this, saying, "What about Peter?" You know, looking like this and smiling. It kind of reminded me of it's like he's been taken straight out of the 616 comics.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
Harry becomes Green
like
Goblin after Norman.
it's like each universe is basically like representing different types of characters, you know, from different universes. For example, like Harry Osborn is like Spider-Man is James Franco is like the Ultimate, and I'm pretty sure you get the idea.
Yeah.
Dan,
He just looks so menacing. I mean, he's a perfect choice for Harry. The way he looks, he already looks evil without any character background. Just his face is so menacing. I mean, you know that this guy has some, you know, he's just scary.
Yeah, in Chronicle, he had this kind of superpower, like he had like able to move things without touching him. And in one particular scene, he actually slitted the spider's legs. He actually used his own power to remove spider's legs. It's like, was he foreshadowing or what?
Yeah, and in the original, in the mainstream universe, Harry became Green Goblin, but he died a hero. He actually saved, I think, yeah, he saved Peter. There was an explosion, and he died as a hero. Would you like to see Dan DeHaan, like, finally, you know, at the last moment, he actually helps Spidey? I don't think that's happening, really. We've seen Harry helping Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3, right?
Yeah.
So...
do you know actually like spotted like a nod or a reference or an Easter egg in the Amazing Spider-Man? In the Amazing Spider-Man, there was that code that he gave to Gwen about creating a hero. It was called 12389. I decided to look for some research and just finding out the 8, 9, and 3. And I'm not sure about 1, 2. I'm pretty sure they're like 12th of March 1989, and I decided to look up for it. On March 1989, there was
That's
that
the Gathering of the
comic.
Six, the gentleman one, right?
No, it was a comic that was representing the return of the lizard. So
Oh,
this
really?
connotes that, this connotes that the lizard will return again in New York City. That was in the Amazing Spider-Man, and terrorized once again.
Yeah, and considering that they mentioned that Mark Webb placed Easter egg wisely, a time on a clock can refer to a number of a comic book. So
Yeah.
it makes sense. It makes sense, right? That's a really it's interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, let's see. So, how do you feel about? Wait, actually, remember a long time ago, whilst you were doing your first hangout, I asked you a question. How would you felt about if? How would you? How would you end the Amazing Spider-Man 700? You know, instead of like swapping bodies with Doc Ock, what if he like retrieved his body once again, and Peter Parker is still the Amazing Spider-Man, but the other Spider-Man will be the superior Spider-Man?
Yeah, before I answer this question, I want to remind you guys that the Amazing Spider-Man issue 700.1.2.3 are already available. Peter is not back, but those are the flashback stories. So it's kind of interesting to read about the real Peter Parker once again, not Doc Ock. I'm not reading Superior, so. And I think the way they could still keep the mind swap thing. Doc Ock replaced his minds with Peter, but the way he died, I mean, it was just so pathetic. If you compare to the Ultimate Spider-Man, death of Ultimate Spider-Man, he just died a hero. And I'm not really up talking about 700. I just, you know, it's I don't want to talk about Dan Slott anymore.
Dan Slott gave us a piece of his own smelly, stinky shit.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, man.
I love those so much.
I think I've a little bit evolved from my old style videos where I cursed a lot and I was just being an idiot. I think I'm kind of evolved, you know, a little bit.
Yeah. By the way,
all right.
So, believe it or not, whilst I was thinking about how the Amazing Spider-Man 3 would end, I nearly cried during my imagination. Believe it or not, it involved the Gwen Stacy's death, it involved the bridge scene, it involved the Peter Parker lifting the truck to nearly killing Osborn. And it also had that cameo of Stan Lee. Stan Lee just ran out of the truck before Spidey just hits the Goblin with it. But Spidey did not die. He basically like stepped away before it exploded, and he did not die.
Yeah.
But Norman Osborn
and Sally Field kills Jamie Foxx with a gunshot. Like she killed Aunt May killed Electro.
Yeah, but
in the Ultimate Death.
Yeah, but in the Amazing Spider-Man movie universe, Jamie Foxx said you cannot kill electricity.
Yeah, he said that actually.
Yeah. So.
All right, we ignored lots of questions, Mark.
Oh, sorry. What if for Christmas Peter Parker comes back on Earth 616? I'm pretty sure we do not want to answer that since that you do not want to talk about
the creation of Dan Slott, right?
We got some. Do you think the Amazing Spider-Man 4 should start a new trilogy showing Peter Parker's older years, like 1, 2, 3 should be the young years, 4 to 6 the old?
That I don't know. The Mark Webb Spider-Man is a mix of both universes. I personally prefer the old Spider-Man, the Ditko's era, first 30 issues. You know, the 616 Spider-Man. I don't know.
We got another question. It says, I actually remember they said, do you think the Sinister Six might kill Spidey. I'm pretty sure that I'm not sure because that comment was deleted right before somebody said no, they won't. But wait, I'm pretty sure. Wait, I found it. Will the Sinister Six kill Spidey?
What? It's a question for me? I've answered it already.
Oh, and somebody in it actually heard somebody on a comment saying in an interview, Andrew Garfield said the script made him cry. Do you think this is hinting at Gwen's death, or the old school resemblance of the old style Spider-Man movies, or comics translated into movies?
Hold on a second. I need to share once again on my Facebook.
Let me.
How do you feel about Alex Kurtzman and Roberto Orci writing most of this universe? I don't know. I need to watch The Amazing Spider-Man 2 before, to decide if I like this script. I mean, both of them wrote the script for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Alex Kurtzman will write a script for a Venom movie, so let's wait for The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and see what's this story. If it's a cool story or there are flaws, we need to watch the movie before judging if their script is any good.
I agree.
What is your favorite cameo, Stanley cameo in Spidey's movie? Well, Library, probably. His cameo in Spider-Man 1, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1 was ridiculous. He was just there for barely a second. He just saved a kid. I think, yeah, in the when Goblin attacked.
Yeah. And so was in the Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, when Aunt May, when
Doc saved the woman from the falling debris.
He had a line in Spider-Man 3, but it was kind of cheesy. And probably the library, the library scene was hilarious.
Now in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is going to be him in the graduation.
Yeah, I mentioned that, yeah.
And, what do you know? That rumor actually is there. That Sony kills Spider-Man in the Amazing Spider-Man 3. I'm pretty sure we already said that. I'm pretty sure it's just a rumor. So please, fanboys, calm your tits down. Please do not freak out. Do not blame Sony. It's just a rumor, maybe a false rumor. I'm pretty sure it's a false rumor or maybe a speculation. I'm actually thinking it's a false rumor because I do not want Spider-Man to die, but if it's going to be like a speculation, then I'm okay with it.
7. What members of the Sinister Six would you like to see? Well, I've already mentioned that. Electro, Rhino, Vulture, Doc Ock, Lizard, and number 6 is either Norman Osborn or maybe Venom. I don't really see Venom being a member of Sinister Six. Mark, who is number 6?
Who is number 6?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you said like Doc Ock, Vulture, maybe probably the Lizard, maybe Rhino or Electro. I'm pretty sure you said either Venom. You said something like that.
Venom having a spin-off film and being a part of a Sinister Six, that's too much for one character, I think.
I agree. I'm pretty sure it's either Shocker or maybe Scorpion. Or maybe
some B-list villain. Shocker would be great. Shocker, just like in the video game, they can make him a cross-species thing. Scorpion, yeah.
I just pray to God it's not going to be either Hydra Man or Jackal or that fat Indian Morbius.
Or Puma.
Oh, Puma from the from the Spider-Man 2 game.
Yeah, well, he's one of the most interesting probably villains from Spidey's universe. He actually kills Peter he was just to compete with Spider-Man. He doesn't really want to kill him. He wants to compete with Spider-Man in terms of their abilities. So he's kind of interesting character, even though in the game he was ridiculous.
Yeah. But apart from the game's shittiness, it's kind of like a lot better than Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 700, and the Ultimate Spider-Man show all together.
I haven't uploaded anything on my gaming channel for 2 weeks. Jeez, I can't find my Spider-Man 2 CD. I think I'm going straight with Spider-Man 3. I will play Spider-Man 3 PC.
Yeah, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 PC. Well,
Seven, have you ever rode the Spider-Man theme park at Universal Studios? No, fortunately, it's one of my goals, my dreams to visit in the Universal Studios, Spidey's theme park. Mark?
I
Have you been there?
I would really love to go to New York. It's like one of my favorite places. I want to go there, but since that there's Times Square, and I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if that's going to happen in this Christmas or New Year's. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go Paris because that's where I'm going to head to.
French Spider-Man?
Oui.
Oui.
I like you. Remember in Spider-Man 3? Romance. I am French.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell. He's hilarious.
Just imagine just two of us, like, portraying each character. Like, you're gonna be actually, I'm gonna be Tommy Maguire and you're gonna be Andrew Garfield, or maybe you can be, or maybe I can be Bruce Campbell, since that you have a new girlfriend, I believe.
Yeah, I'll be a guy from Pizzeria from Spider-Man 2, the one who sells pizzas. I sound like him.
I remember that from the gaming channel, or should I say, cum shot machine. It literally made me laugh.
Webhead Studios.
7 minutes, Dr. Octopus, Rhino Venom, Sandman.
Yeah. Flash games. Webhead Studios. I have a feeling that Mark Webb has casted J.K. Simmons as Jameson in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's just that he keeps it as a secret. Well, J.K. Simmons revealed that he would like to play JJ once again if he will be ever offered such a role. I don't think we'll see JJ at all. I mean, they're teasing Daily Bugle's Tumblr page, and in the Ultimate Universe, Peter was the photographer. He worked on the Daily Bugle's website. Mark, will we see JJ?
Well, it depends, because in the new universe, we do not have just the TV and Tumblr. We also have some newspapers.
Right.
We got a hinted on the freelance photographers in the first film. If you catch the lizard photo, you'll be rewarded with money. So it definitely hints at a little bit of a JJ.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Actually saw a Maynip picture of Hugh Laurie as Hugh Laurie from House and from other these really amazing English movies. He was photoshopped as J.J. John Jameson. Not a bad choice, but I wish he was like Dr. Connors. If he was recasted, but
Yeah.
I'm happy with response.
Someone suggested the guy who played Walter White as JJ. Brain. What was his surname? Kirsten? A guy from Breaking.
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston. Yeah, right. And yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah. 7. How do you feel about Madam Web being in the Amazing Spider-Man universe? That's too much. I don't think we'll ever see such character as Madam Web.
In my image of how the Amazing Spider-Man 3 should end, I also had that vision of having Madam Web introduced in the Amazing Spider-Man universe. But I'm gonna come back. I'm just why don't you just read a little bit of questions, and I'm gonna come back.
All right. Yeah. Okay? All right. Sinister 6, how do you guys think that they will manage to get them in a movie? Will it be rushed? Well, in the trailer we spotted 7 drawers. One door contains Dark Ox tentacles, another one Vulture's wings, and so on. Electric eels, a tank full of electric eels. So the Sinister 6 is basically ready. So, Electro is there, he falls into a tank full of electric eels. That's minus 1 door. And yeah, I think it won't be really rushed. I mean, Dark Oak could transform into Dark Oak like in the Ultimate Universe after the explosion of O's serum. The moment Norman Osborn transformed into Green Goblin, Dark Oak became Dark Oak as well. So I don't know. When Chris Cooper becomes Norman, maybe that's when Dark Oak is born as well.
Yeah.
I've asked you guys question Sinister 6 motives. Why would they want to kill Spider-Man? Not because Norman Osborn said so. I think there's a different, reason behind teaming up and destroying Spider-Man. I know. It's not that simple like in the comic books where Dark Oak just wanted his revenge and he formed the Sinister Six.
Yeah, but it's not just Doc Ock forming Sinister Six or Norman Osborn. It's probably also the Gentleman forming Sinister Six. Remember that. Sorry that I had to leave. My dad was just calling me for tea, and guess what kind of mug I got? The Amazing Spider-Man. Believe it or not, I actually got this mug this year. Believe it or not, and it's basically like thermostat. You know, if I drink, Spider will go away. I actually got this 2013 this year whilst I was watching G.I. Joe Retaliation with The Rock. You know, and this I got for free. The other choices were the Twilight Key and the Dark Knight Magnet. So I chose that because, hey, I like Spider-Man. Why not?
No, Twilight. You should have chosen Twilight one.
Yeah.
How will they
shoot?
How they? All right.
Ask.
How will they introduce the new suit, and do you think that since Colin Feore is not playing Vulture, how about John Malkovich? Well, originally John Malkovich was in Plants, playing Vulture in Spider-Man 4, as far as I remember, right, Mark?
Yes, and Anne Hathaway was going to be Felicia Hardy, but she was not going to be Black Cat. She was going to be the Huntress.
Yeah, the Huntress. Yeah, well, that's a ridiculous idea. Thank God they didn't make Spider-Man 4.
More people should probably learn why the reboot was a good idea, because they're probably bashing it into the reboot. I do not like that. And some people were probably commenting on which is better, Toby or Andrew. You know, some people should learn that there is no better than or worse than. They played their parts equally, and they were better. Only in superhero movies can be done better. There's no worse or better than, except when it comes to Batman and Superman movies. I'm talking about the Marvel movies, okay? But since that, let's not get off the topic, okay?
Yeah, just one last thing. Toby is more appealing for an older generation. Andrew is for a newer generation. He's cool. He does skateboarding, and that's just two different portrayals of Peter Parker. I think we should remember one thing: if you love Spider-Man, you should like both franchises. In my opinion, you shouldn't really bash each other for not liking Tobey Maguire or not liking Andrew Garfield. It's Spider-Man. That's what matters.
Yeah, we want to see Spider-Man, not the amazing hairdo, you know, like Dane DeHaan as the Green Goblin. Everyone's basically commenting about his hair. I mean, come on, I want to see Spider-Man and Green Goblin instead of the hairdo.
Yeah, someone is... Alright, I won't really read it. Oh, Venom 2 Million is here. Hey, Venom, would you like to join the Hangout? And bring us your theories about the Venom spin-off and Sinister 6.
Oh, somebody's bashing on Venom 2 million. You're a poo-poo. No, I'm not. No, I mean, Venom 2 million is not a poo-poo. Damn it. Many
Venom
people
2
keep
million
talking.
is one of the best, greatest Spider-Man uploaders on YouTube. I've been subscribed to his channel even before I made my channel. The guy is like retro, old school Spidey fan, in my opinion. Venom is a poo-poo, what a twist.
Oh, I got a good chuckle on that one.
Venom, please join us. Venom tells us that he thinks that Norman Osborn is the one telling the gentleman what to do. So basically Norman Osborn gives the gentleman orders. I think it will be vice versa. It's gentleman who orders what, like, who's the real mastermind.
Yeah.
I think maybe Norman won't even live up to a Sinister Six movie. If the Amazing Spider-Man 3 is death of Gwen Stacy's story arc, Norman Osborn should die by the end of it. Peter beats the shit out of him, and he either dies the classic way, like the glider kills him, like in, well, basically that we've seen it in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 1. But if Norman dies, he won't join Sinister Six, obviously.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I just want the way they should introduce like in a strange Norman Osborn way is that they should probably go with the Spectacular Spider-Man way, where we see Harry Osborn as
Yeah.
revealed as the Green Goblin, but then there's Norman Osborn, all well, all good, all healthy, just blames Harry Osborn for that because he did something wrong. I'm pretty sure I should see that way. And the way that Norman Osborn should die, I'm pretty sure he should die in the ultimate way because we already seen Willem Dafoe getting his nut stabbed. Yeah, yeah. And so there's nothing much. And about that, in your craziest theories, you were talking about. I'm pretty sure you missed the parts where with about Morbius and about the part with his head. Yeah, with Norman Osborn's head, which is pretty ridiculous. Oh, Ultimate Spider-Man! Wow.
Yeah. The Hulk version of Green Goblin. No one likes him except for me.
Yeah, I like him too.
Well, he's kinda green and he's kinda huge, and that's what Lizard is about in the Amazing Spider-Man. We don't want another green monster, right?
Yeah.
We want something different.
But believe it or not, I actually was once in a contest about in the Spider-Man magazine. I actually won twice. I just won the Spider-Man, Marvel Heroes. I just got this as a present, as a competition winning. I got this for the first time, and then for the second time, I won as a Spider-Man torch and lamp, which was in the Spider-Man magazine. I just had to send my drawings, and I got featured there.
Oh,
so,
awesome.
Yeah. And so somebody actually said, do you wish the Amazing Spider-Man 2 was called The Spectacular Spider-Man?
No, I think it's okay with the Amazing Spider-Man. Maybe the next one will be the Ultimate Spider-Man featuring Miles Morales. Next reboot.
Who should play Miles Morales? I think it should go.
Yeah, Will Smith's son, Jaden Smith.
Oh no!
my God.
Donald Glover.
Oh yeah.
The guy who was rumored to play fan favorite to play Peter Parker was Donald Glover. He may be old, but he's the right choice to play Miles Morales instead of Jaden Smith, the one from After Earth. I do not blame him. I just blame M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. Yeah, because in After Earth he was terrible. And if you see in his Twitter accounts, he makes like ridiculous tweets, like how do mirrors exist if our eyes aren't real? I was like, go back to school. At least I go to college.
Seven, what do you think of Sam Witwer, Starkiller from The Force Unleashed as Eddie Brock?
If you do not know who this guy is, he played Doomsday in Smallville season 8.
I'm not really a huge fan of Superman, really.
Me too. Although I like Man of Steel.
Yeah, actually, I played Force Unleashed. Yeah, I remember this guy. Well, I guess he's a decent choice. Star Wars Episode 7. Would you like to discuss it right now?
Oh, no. No, we're not talking about Disney or Lucas. We're talking about Spider-Man right now. Sony/Disney, not
Yeah.
LucasArts/Disney.
Do you think that Harry Osborn will take drugs in the movie and he will be a type of abusive boyfriend? Well, considering how Dan DeHaan looks in the trailer, I think he's already into drugs. Dan DeHaan, Harry will be portrayed as a sort of playboy guy with lots of girlfriends, and Felicity Jones is one of his girlfriends, actually,
Yeah.
I think. And yeah, they might bring us this sort of nod to the comics where he used drugs, and there was a maybe he will become a drug addict after Spidey beats him and Norman becomes Green Goblin. Well, I mentioned it already.
And
Is it true that Mary Jane Watson becomes a Goblin herself in the Ultimate Comics? No. In the Ultimate Comics, Mary Jane became a Demo Goblin. Yeah, she was after she used the Oz serum and she became a Demo Goblin, basically a similar being. She could transform into a Demo Goblin and back to a human form. So it was kind of a mix of the Hobgoblin and Green Goblin.
oh, wow. I actually know for a fact that the Demo Goblin was originally, Irfan Khan, the guy who played Dr. Rotha, was rumored to be the Demo Goblin.
Proto-Goblin.
Proto-Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of screwed it up a little bit. You said in your 7 Webheads gaming channel that you're planning to play Spider-Man 3. Now keep in mind there are 2 different Spider-Man 3 games. One PC and the other PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I will play the PC version.
So let's continue, please. Would Sony be brave enough to do the gay Spider-Man that Andrew mentioned at Comic-Con?
What?
No, it says, would Sony be brave enough to do the gay Peter Parker that Andrew Garfield mentioned? First of all,
it was just
many
a
people
joke.
should know that it was his thoughts of what it's a what if, not like a confirmation or something like that. It's a what if, kind of like what if story arc, where Spider-Man saves Gwen instead of killing her. So it's like a what if motif. People should learn a little bit more. Yeah. I apologize, guys, but you should know it's a what if. It's like his own thoughts. Up to you, 7.
7, you should direct to Spider-Man movies. Action, everybody, start the shooting.
Let me get the camera. Lost my camera. Sorry.
Gwen becomes Carnage. Yep, in the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Actually stumbled upon the internet. Well, you do not want to know what I saw about Gwen after being Carnage. You do not want to know. You do not want to know.
Will Disney and Sony Pictures team up for the Avengers? No, I've already mentioned that they're currently having this deal where Disney are getting all the revenue from the merchandise, and Sony Pictures are getting their money from the box office of the film itself.
Yes.
Spidey joining Avengers, Jesus, it's like such a. I've mentioned that, I've talked about it in so many videos. It's an old topic, really. I don't really feel like.
Yeah, because Spider-Man is basically like the key character for Marvel, but for Sony, it's like the key character for the survival of Sony. They were nearly bankrupt, and thanks to Spidey, he saved them. And not only that, so was PlayStation. Yeah. PlayStation also saved their lives. PlayStation 4 saved them. Yeah, because of that huge success against Microsoft. Yeah, Xbox One. Yeah, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. But what are we talking about? Spider-Man or? But I'm pretty sure we're with Spider-Man. Somebody already asked, will we get another reboot after the series?
Well, at some point, Andrew will start looking kinda old, so they will have to replace him. I don't know. I think we can see Andrew in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, 3, in The Amazing Spider-Man 4, perhaps even The Amazing Spider-Man 5. Maybe that's when they will decide to reboot the franchise and bring Miles Morales or Miguel O'Hara, a Spidey from the future. It's a really interesting. He has a really interesting background and story for a movie. So I think we should the reboot. We should expect a reboot after The Amazing Spider-Man 6, somewhere there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I actually hear somebody saying, do you think that Iron Spider will be ever featured in the new movie? I think we already discussed that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well,
if
Spidey becomes a friend with Tony Stark, definitely, but that's not happening really. Tony was the one who made the suit, the Iron Spidey costume for Spider-Man.
Yeah, if it was Oscar, then it would make a lot more sense, but it's still not connected.
Since Shailene Woodley is busy with the Divergent movies, do you think they will have to recast MJ for The Amazing Spider-Man 3? I think it's still Shailene. She will be back in the third movie. Mark Webb explained his decision to cut MJ's part from the second movie, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. He said that there's already way too many things happening in a movie. If we include Mary Jane's storyline, it will be basically a mess. So they will just wait with MJ and they will bring her at the most appropriate moment, which will be after Gwen's death. I think that's when we're going to see Shailene. And if there's a Venom spin-off film in the Amazing Spider-Man issue 300, Venom kind of messed up with MJ a lot, and like I can see it happening, like Shailene Woodley being Mary Jane and Venom is just disturbing both her and Peter. That would be awesome.
Yeah, and yeah, I think I agree with you for that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they're gonna have to recast Mary Jane, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to use Mary Elizabeth Winstead from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World and The Thing.
It's probably one of the most underrated films ever, really. The Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I've seen it. I loved it.
Yeah, directed by Edgar Wright, who will direct Ant-Man with Paul Rudd.
Yeah, confirmed, basically.
Yeah.
It will be more probably a comedy. I can't see a small guy kicking ass in a movie.
I've seen the test footage.
Yeah, I've seen it as well. It looks hilarious. I think it looks hilarious. I don't know how they're going to do the Aunt May thing. Ant-Man. I just said Aunt May thing.
Plot twist. Aunt May is not Carnage. She's Ant-Man.
Yeah. Hold on a second, Mark. Could you answer some questions while I'll be away from keyboard for a minute?
Of course.
All right. I'm out for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mark Husbands here, the lost long brother of SWH. So here's this one I'm going to ask you. Is there going to be the Spider-Man 2099? Miguel O'Hara? I'm not sure. Well, Miguel O'Hara, I really love this guy. I do. I absolutely do. But I'm not sure how they're going to introduce him. Only if they're going to introduce him with Madam Web, just to represent that there's like a huge dimension of the Spider-Mans. But I'm not sure about that. So it's a really difficult introduction for Miguel O'Hara from the future. I'm pretty sure maybe we're not going to see him like that. Maybe like a nod, but no, not like an actual introduction. So let's see. Did you know that James Cameron did a script for Spider-Man back in 2009? And you can find it online. There are two versions with Doc Ock, one with Electro and Sandman. Yes, I actually do know that because back in the day, in the 1980s, there was a trailer that looked like a piece of shit, as Seven Lopez used to say, as he once pointed out for the trailer. And Scott Leva, some kind of stuntman, I believe, he was going to portray as Spider-Man. And Bob Hoskins from Super Mario Brothers and the recently canceled Marvel Studios' X-Men and Who Framed Roger Rabbit was going to play Doc Ock. So it was canceled because it was ridiculous. The original way to introduce Spider-Man was going to be with the original Spider-Man was going to be like a cross species, like a tarantula, half man, half spider. But that wasn't like that. If you see, the new Spider-Man that we got is the Spider-Man, the one we love, who's all human with spider powers. And the one with Electro and Sandman, yeah. Spider-Man fucks Mary Jane in the bridge, she dies, and Spider-Man kills people, and so it's like a horrible introduction. I don't know why James Cameron did that. I'm pretty sure Stanley didn't like the script. I found the script and it was really ridiculous. A different person to play Electro. I'm not sure about that. I know about that, but a lot of people hate Spider-Man 3, but I like it. What do you guys think of it? It was rushed, as most of the people said. Yeah, it was rushed. If you've seen the movie, you get the idea. Should Venom be buffed in this movie series when introduced? In Spider-Man 3, he was played by Topher Grace. If you know this guy, he was skinny, a bit like from the Ultimate Comics. And he usually says I instead of we, So it's basically like a mix-up of the Ultimate and 616. I'm pretty sure it should be like the buff character of Eddie Brock. Not Flash Thompson, but it should be Eddie Brock, played by either Channing Tatum from Magic Mike or G.I. Joe or Jupiter Ascending, or Gerard Butler from White House Down, or Olympus Has Fallen, or 300 at least. Hello, Seven.
Hey, what's up? What's new?
Did you know that Michael Jackson wanted to buy Marvel so he could fulfill his long life dream of playing Spider-Man? He probably would have named it Spider-Man: The Spectacular Musical.
That's funny.
I'm Spider-Man.
And the post-credit scene will be Moonwalk.
Plot twist. He's Travis Larry. Bloody hell, bloody hell.
Any new questions?
I actually answered a couple of questions about. Did you know that there used to be two versions, actually three versions of Spider-Man? One was going to be half human, half spider, who looks like mutated. If you know that,
Yep.
like the cross-species Spider-Man. The other is the 1980s Spider-Man. Yes, something like that. Yes, 1980s Spider-Man, who's with Bob Hoskins is. Ooh, yeah, that Two-Face Spider-Man. Yeah, Bob Hoskins was going to play Doc Ock, and the other was James Cameron's, where we're going to see Spider-Man fucking MJ up in a bridge, and we're going to see Spider-Man killing people and killing villains such as Sandman and Electro. So, yeah, I told them.
Mark, did you know that Chris Cooper was originally supposed to play Norman in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1?
Yes, I've seen the video.
I'm sure a lot of people didn't know this, but Chris Cooper was originally in talks to play Norman Osborn, but then it was Willem Dafoe, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, he did well. He was great Norman, but he sucked as Green Goblin, in my opinion.
Yeah, I actually liked both of his performances. Did you know that Willem Dafoe and Chris Cooper were not going to be like the original Goblins? One of them was John Malkovich, or Nicolas Cage, you know, oh, not the spiders, not the spiders, oh, my eyes, my eyes. Or how about Christopher Walken as the Green Goblin? Guess what? I have another fever, and the only prescription is more pumpkin bombs.
John Malkovich as Goblin? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But, you know, he's like a chameleon. You know, he usually plays like lots of characters.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like Seven. I'm confused.
Yeah.
To tell you the fact, even though we're like the same, I'm from Europe as well. We're not. I'm from Europe, and where are you from? I'm pretty sure you like keep a secret. I'm from Latvia. Okay, I'm actually from Latvia.
That's near Poland?
No, that's near Lithuania and Russia.
Oh, yeah, I think I know this country.
I got the map, to be honest.
Any new questions?
Who should play Venom?
The guy from Breaking Bad, the Jesse, whatever his name was.
Aaron Paul.
Yeah.
I'm actually going with two choices. One is Gerard Butler from 300, and my crazy choice is Channing Tatum from White Nails Down.
No,
who originally
I don't...
was actually a copycat of Gerard Butler from Olympus Has Fallen. And did you know that every main villain in the Sam Raimi series caused their own death? It is, yeah, they do. To be honest, I just kind of like the choices that Mark Webb has decided to make with each villain to be alive after they do their different choices. You know, instead of like stealing girlfriends all the time, they decide to have their own motives. You know, kill Spider-Man or like cure the world with lots of lizards.
Yeah.
And found another question. Do you guys think Harry will be Goblin that kills Gwen, or Norman will do it? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a plot twist.
Yeah.
You know, he has that Bluetooth device where he connects, and he probably just orders them to kill people.
The reason they showed this scene in the trailer, the clock tower scene, where Peter tries to catch something, I think they're actually preparing us for a plot twist. They knew that we would spot these scenes, you know, and we would speculate that Harry kills Gwen, but eventually it will be Norman, actually. I think they're going with a plot twist.
Yeah. Do you want to see Spider Slayers at some point?
Well, yeah, considering that. Have you seen my video where I talk about the Lego Mini? No, the Minimates.
Minimates. Alistair Smythe confirmed.
Yeah. Basically, Alistair Smythe, BJ Novak might play Alistair Smythe. If there is an Alistair Smythe, there are probably Spider Slayers.
Yeah. And the other one is, yep, Willem the Fuck is the name. Yeah. One of them said, I wish the Goblin Serum would give you every single scratch you had in your life when you turn into the Goblin. What? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure, but one of the questions are, who is the worst Spider-Man villain of all time? It says, who is the worst Spider-Man villain of all time?
I think Jekyll for bringing the Clone Saga.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you, man. I do. I really, really do. Imagine just him being, hey, I just found you, and this is crazy, but you found my weakness. It's more nice. Yeah. I just found the other one is, will Aunt May find out Peter is Spider-Man? Well, in the trailer, Aunt May said, I told you that secrets have a cost, but so does the truth. I'm pretty sure she's probably like connoting that she's probably talking about the real secret about Peter Parent's death. You know, what really happened, as the secret is the truth. I'm not sure about the truth about is the with Spider-Man Peter Parker. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure we're going to find that out whilst we're going to be in the movie.
Dear Seven, you say that Green Goblin is the main villain, and I agree with you. But why does the movie have the subtitle in other countries, Rise of Electro or High Voltage? Rise of Electro, I think it's a subtitle for Germany and Spain, and High Voltage is Russian, for Russia. Well, I didn't really say that Harry is the main villain. It was one of my theories that Harry might have as much screen time as Electro, but Electro is still the menace in this movie. He's the one who Spidey needs to deal with in the first place. By the way, Mark, do you think the clock tower scene takes place after the power plant fight with Electro or before it?
I'm pretty sure it happens before the clock tower fight because
Yeah,
I looked
I think
closely.
so, yeah.
I looked closely into the trailer at the final scene where Spider-Man against Electro. You can see his costume is a bit damaged, so how can it be recovered after fight against Goblin? So I'm pretty sure it's going to be Goblin, then Electro at the end. I have become a being of pure energy.
Yeah,
Without pants!
Shattered dimensions.
Use his last words to cockblock Spider-Man. Have you seen this one?
Which one?
Use his last words to cockblock Spider-Man. It's Captain Stacy.
Oh, Jesus. Hey Mark and Seven, did you know that the Amazing Spider-Man game have some Easter secrets of what's happening in the sequel? Really?
Wait, sequel? I'm pretty sure they're basically like, I'm pretty sure the game itself is not tying with the movie itself.
Yeah, we can basically confirm that since Rhino is a completely different character than the one we've seen in the game. And I've been saying for years that the game isn't really canon in terms of story. It's basically an alternative way how things might turn out after The Amazing Spider-Man 1. It's not the continuation of this story. Rhino is cross-species in the game. Rhino has a costume in the movie. It's a
mechanical.
Yeah.
Somebody said worst Spidey villain is Grizzly. What?
Grizzly, I actually have this issue. It's The Amazing Spider-Man 100. No, hold on a second. 222, I think. Grizzly, yeah. A guy basically wearing a Grizzly suit. He's very similar to Rhino, and he's hilarious, but I still think that the worst villain is the Jackal.
Somebody said the worst Marvel character is
Kraven. Yeah, Kraven. No, why would you bash Kraven? He's great. He committed suicide. One of the only villain to kill himself, basically.
Somebody said, Seven, why was Spider-Man Web Shooters canceled in the Sam Raimi trilogy? I'm actually going to find the pictures. You know, there were these, believe it or not, whilst in the production of Spider-Man 4, there were these toys, as called in, the lazy toy designs of Spider-Man 4, which would feature Spider-Man riding the glider from the first movie, and then with combination of the Doc Ock's gloves and the fusion reactor and the Goblin Sky Stick to fight against the Vulture in the air. But
yeah.
Not only that, Electro is going to be all energy, and there's going to be like web shooters with spider trackers and the spider bombs.
By the way, guys, Peter was supposed to have web shooters in the first movie. Did you know that? There is a trailer, unseen trailer for Spider-Man 1 where Peter actually has the web shooters, but they're not really web shooters. They're basically a device which he still has organic webbing, but this
I
device...
actually got the novel of it. It says in a novel script.
We need to find the trailer, the unseen trailer for Spider-Man 1 on YouTube. It's somewhere there, and show it to everyone where you can actually spot the web shooters in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1. The Organics was idea of James Cameron, who wrote the script for first Spider-Man originally.
With Mary Jane getting fucked in the bridge.
And a sex scene.
Yeah, he's the person who likes sex scenes in Avatar and
Terminator.
in Titanic. Yes, Leonardo DiCaprio was going to be Spider-Man.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I got the link of the link of the web shooters. I'm gonna post it on your group chat, and I'm gonna put it on the in the comment section below.
Yeah, or you can share your screen and we'll just watch it together.
Okay, let me just find it. But I should let you know my. Okay, here it is.
I can't really see anything. Mark?
Yes?
We can't see any. Oh, hold on a second. You have probably something with connection. I don't know. I can't see anything.
Don't worry, it's gonna appear soon. It's gonna show right there. It's seen. And if you're gonna look at there, you can see there, it's the original Spider-Man. You know, he looks a bit like the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but it's a lot different, okay, from the one we got. And I apologize for no sound in there. I really apologize. And I'm gonna give you soon the web shooters. You know, from the spectacular effects from Sony ImageWorks. Here we go. Are you seeing the web shooters? 7?
No, I can't see anything. Oh yeah, I see now. Yeah, these are the web shooters in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1.
Yeah. These are the web shooters, believe it or not.
Yeah, they weren't really web shooters. I mean, these were the device to help Peter with his organic webbing, basically to shoot it like precisely and probably like stuff like that, you know. It wasn't they didn't have any web fluid cartridges. It was just a device for the organic webbing, something like that.
Yes. So yeah. Believe it or not, yeah, I'm pretty sure you know there was that Comic-Con trailer for Spider-Man 3 that was leaked. It was blurry.
Yeah, and
in one of the shots was shown red-suited Spider-Man punching a Sandman in the face.
I think it's due to the unfinished CGI. The trailer was basically unfinished, and I think he was red. They weren't really didn't have time to paint him black or something like that, probably.
Yeah, and I actually made a redone leaked trailer for Spider-Man 3. I did a redo of it, you know, where it's all like finished and stuff. So that's it. And did you know that in the novel, actually, just noticed that was Robbie said Eddie was going on for weeks. He's trying to get a glimpse of Spider-Man. Now, I'm pretty sure that connotes Eddie Brock. And he basically and there's a scene where Peter is inside the room. J. John Jameson kind of like throws Eddie out of the room, you know, just trying to get because he failed to get a perfect glimpse of Spider-Man. Right before he said about mega grab on Peter's pictures.
Venom and Electro are awesome. Anyways, will Peter find out the truth about his parents, and will he keep looking for, will he keep looking for Uncle Ben's killer? Well, there is a video where I discuss Peter and Uncle Ben's rise, no, Uncle Ben's killer, and of course he will find the truth about his parents and about Richard Parker. In the trailer, we spotted the abandoned train station, and there's a secret headquarters of Richard Parker. Peter will find out the truth about his parents, about his resources, about everything about his father, and yeah. As for Uncle Ben's killer, I don't know. By the end of The Amazing Spider-Man, there was a scene, Peter's room, and a picture of Uncle Ben's killer was still there, right, Mark?
Yes, it was there.
So it's kind of teased that we might see the continuation of this story, probably, maybe. Some say that he might be Shocker.
But then again, Sandman was Uncle Ben's killer, and we do not want that again, right? We do not want to go to that road again, do we, guys?
Yeah. By the way, if someone doesn't really know, somebody on Twitter told me that I didn't really know that Sandman killed Uncle Ben in the comics. I was like, dude, it happened only in Spider-Man 3, nothing like that in the comics. Hey Seven, will your girlfriend do any more speed drawings like Electro one? I hope so. She's actually studying and she will become an artist. She might do the Spider-Man someday, like she might draw Rhino maybe someday. I don't know.
Only if we get a clear shot of Rhino, like a full body armor.
Kirsten Dunst's teeth are much bigger. Well, I didn't know about this really. Now my Spidey knowledge has increased.
But I think you did mention on your Harry Osborn video where you said one of the actors from. Well, I'm pretty sure, guys. Okay, I'm not gonna give you a throwback. I'm not gonna give you flashbacks, but I did. And I'm pretty sure I feel bad. I feel like Deadpool on a Sunday morning. Actually, do you know there used to be a fan film of there was a Marvel fan film which was called Marvel Zombies versus Army of Darkness, which featured zombie Iron Man, the zombie Hulk, zombie Wolverine, and
No, I haven't
and
seen
there
it.
was the Ash Williams just trying to punch, and he was using the Iron Man gloves to beat Wolverine. And in the beginning of the film, we literally saw Wolverine eating Spider-Man. He literally just ate his stomach and ripped out his eyes. And while now Spider-Man becomes a zombie, and he says, "Did someone ring a dinner bell?" Even when he's a zombie, he's still so witty.
Yeah, that's what makes Spider-Man so awesome.
Yeah.
Will Spider-Man gain organic webbing in this series? No,
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Only if Miguel O'Hara will be introduced. But we're not going to see him in the movie since he's in the future, and I'm not sure about that. And
Can you remember the first Spider-Man comic you read? Well, it's funny as it sounds. It's probably Amazing Fantasy 15, a reprint. Yeah.
yes.
Do you think Dr. Connors will ever come back as Lizard? Well, I actually just made a video about it. Check out my latest video where I talk about how the gentleman, man in the shadows in the post-credit scene of The Amazing Spider-Man 1 might recruit Dr. Connors to join the Sinister Six.
So, yeah. Somebody on the Hangout, he said, who would you like to see playing Doc Ock? One of the guys said Philip Seymour Hoffman would be a good pick.
He was a great villain in Mission Impossible 3.
Yeah. I would love to see him as, yeah, I'd love to see him, but maybe we're probably going to see the original, maybe the new Doc Ock from the Ultimate Comics, because the one we got in Spider-Man 2, he was like a mix between the 616 and the Ultimate. He was tall, and he had a stomach also, played by Alfred Molina. I thought he played great as Doc Ock. Even though he was still sympathetic, he also did a great performance.
Yeah, and this guy Philip, whatever his name was.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, he did a musical on the Broadway with Andrew Garfield together. There was a show.
What do you know? Spider-Man did meet Otto Octavius, did he?
What?
I'm just sarcasm. Sorry, sarcasm.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm really bad with my jokes. Did I forget to mention English is not my first language, which is why I speak so ridiculously weird?
Well, not as weird as I am.
Of course. Sorry.
You know, I don't really have an accent.
Oh, I had to tell you, man. I know you didn't have an accent. What do you think of the crane scene from The Amazing Spider-Man 1? One of the guys said. I think it was fantastic.
I have a bit different opinion. I mean, we've seen people of New York City helping Spider-Man in the first Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, and I don't know, it was a little bit cheesy. Yeah, it was a little bit cheesy in my opinion. The whole like, let's help Spider-Man. Whoa! I don't know.
Yeah, in Spider-Man 1. I kind of like the black guy who said, "Yeah, I got some for your ass." I really love
he
that guy.
froze this. Yeah.
You mess with Spider, you mess with New York. Yeah.
Who's your favorite Spider-Man artist? Probably Todd McFarlane or Bagley. Probably, yeah, Todd McFarlane, I think.
I agree with you, man. Tom McFarlane is like the best. Did you know that if you look closely at the ending, the last shot of the camera and shooting the web in front of the camera and the shot of the audience, it was kind of like a nod to the Spider-Man pose, you know, like doing this, you know, like having this type of pose, you know. I'll find the picture, but as soon as I'm going to find a picture, you can go and talk about with a little bit of your fans, you know, answer questions.
Yep. All right. Why is Doc Ock's haircut so ugly? Honestly, it reminds me of Jim Carrey's haircut in the Dumb and the Dumber movie.
Oh.
It's really horrible.
You mean this one?
Which one? Hold on a second. Oh, yes, this one. That's the Doc Ock. Jim Carrey might be Doc Ock after all.
Hey, what if Jim Carrey was actually Doc Ock instead of Carnage?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've recently seen Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey. Yeah, good.
Yeah, Carnage just met God. Yeah, which is kind of ridiculous. Okay. So let's find. I have every line memorized in all 4 movies so far. One of the guys said. I have every line memorized from all 4 movies, which I think is ridiculous.
Do you think they will do the origins of the Sinister Six in a Sinister Six movie or in the Amazing Spider-Man trilogy? Well, Electro will be already established in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, Rhino as well. Now, Vulture and Doc Ock. As I said, Doc Ock might become Doc Ock after the accident, which transforms Norman into Goblin as well. And if Norman becomes Goblin in the Amazing Spider-Man 3, that's when Doc Ock becomes Doc Ock as well. So Vulture, we don't really need to see an origin story of Vulture. I mean, he's unlike Doc Ock. He's basically, I think, a B-list villain. So the only thing I'm really worried about is the introduction of Doc Ock and how they're going to portray him. I don't want Doc Ock to be just a puppet in hands of Norman Osborn. I want him to be a really grounded villain with his own agenda, more like of a serious take on Doc Ock, like in the Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2. I want Doc Ock to be the leader of the Sinister Six, but seeing how it might be Norman or the Gentleman, I don't think Doc Ock will be the leader. He will be just a thug, probably.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I just found that picture. Here's that was inspired from the Amazing Spider-Man, the last.
Yeah, Todd McFarlane. Beautiful.
One of the guys said if Harry wasn't the Goblin, would Harry become Venom, and would you be happy about it? I would not be happy about it. I would be screwed up about it. Because Harry's not supposed to be the Goblin. They do not have to like literally just because there's the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show, it does not mean you have to like literally just copy that. We do not need like the Deadpool type of Spider-Man. We need like a Spider-Man from Mixed, from 616 and the other one.
I think in the comics it's currently Mike Gargan who owns the symbiote suit, if I'm correct. Maybe.
Yeah. By the way, if the Amazing Spider-Man 3 might have like a costume change. Do you want it to look like this, the first Superior Spider-Man outfit? Yeah, I'm bringing this one up again.
I don't think they will go with such a dramatic change for a costume in the third movie, like between Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. I think it will just have a slightly, like in the Sam Raimi's version, a costume from Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3, there were barely any differences, like the eyes were a little bit wider, I think, and then I think it will be still the same costume. Maybe the colors will be a little bit different, like darker of some sort.
One of the guys said Doc Ock gets killed by Norman in the Ultimate Universe during the death of Spider-Man's story arc.
Yeah.
I think they're going the Ultimate route, ironically, seeing as the series is called The Amazing Spider-Man. Thanks for the image. One of the guys said that.
Yeah, well, I don't think Norman kills Doc Ock.
Oh, Jimmy Boy said, "There's a rumor online that Harry and Peter have gay sex." Oh my god. I do not want to have a Brokeback Mountain movie. No. Brokeback Spider-Man. Oh man.
How will you react if The Amazing Spider-Man 2 flops at the box office? Well, it won't happen. First of all, it's Spider-Man. A Spider-Man movie won't flop at the box office. People will still go see it, even if it's bad. I'm kind of afraid that it might be a little bit like not what I expect. I don't know. I think it will. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 will gain around like 900. Like I don't know what was the box office for Spider-Man 3?
It was like about like I believe it's let me just check it out on Google, please. Wait, let me see.
Your favorite website, Wikipedia, would be good.
Sorry. Box office. Let's see. The total gross was, oh man, there's so many websites. I have to like. It total earned $890 million. $890 million.
Well, that's
Yes.
what The Amazing Spider-Man 2 will probably make.
I'm pretty sure they're going to double it up, since that's one of my anticipated movies of the year.
Well, personally, I'll see it like 10 times, maybe 20 times. I'm not sure.
It depends on how much money I'll get.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go watch The Amazing Spider-Man with my Spider-Man outfit, just to impress the kids, like, Spider-Man exists! Yeah.
How did you do it? Well, eat vegetables.
Well, that's what my mom was always saying. I just never actually believed her. Yeah, I don't know what's the deal with Sony bringing in kids to get impressed by Peter Parker or Spider-Man. First we got like kids standing to his death because Spider-Man just told him, "Come on, move, kid," from Spider-Man 1. Then we got like kids helping out Peter Parker, get the mask after the train scene, the best scene in the movie. And Spider-Man 3 was like a little girl trolling JJ, and the bridge scene from The Amazing Spider-Man 1. I'm pretty sure you get that. I'm pretty sure it's like Sony's addiction.
Fuck. Do you think that it's just a coincidence that Drew Goddard is involved with both Sinister 6 movies and Daredevil Netflix series?
I'm pretty sure he's like a fan favorite. Fan favorite.
Wasn't he the writer for The Cabin in the Woods?
Ironically, the director of The Avengers, Joss Whedon, helped him out with the writing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Doc Cock. One of the guys said Doc Cock. Remember in my in my symbiote video that I just given to you like a months ago. I just mentioned that David Beagle's Spidey said that the unused Spider-Man costume was scrapped because it looked like a porno, and I
Yeah.
mentioned that there is a porno Spider-Man film. It
Yeah.
actually exists.
I'm not really interested.
Why did I get interested in that also? Huh.
Do you really think that that's the reason they didn't went for a classic symbiote suit? Didn't go for classic suit? I don't think it's due to the porn film. I think there was another reason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that
Do you think there
also.
will be a possibility of Anti-Venom appearing in the Amazing Spider-Man movie franchise? No, I don't really think we will see Anti-Venom. What do you think is the purpose of a little boy wearing a Spidey mask in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer? Well, this little kid, it's basically like, I think, a kid from Iron Man 3. At some point, he will support the main hero, like give him the inspiration. You know, he's obviously a fan of Spider-Man. You remember this little kid with glasses, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that little kid dressing up as Spider-Man represents that there are fans of Spider-Man all around the world
Yeah,
because
yeah,
in,
yeah.
the, in an image with Max Dillon, we've seen an image of Spider-Man's face with and also it was in like Japanese titles. So basically, like Spider-Man is now famous all around the world, even though he wealth of fame he's ignored. Yeah, pretty sure there are like so many people like supporting Spider-Man.
Would you like to see Ben Reilly crossover with the Amazing Spider-Man franchise? Well, I already say Jekyll is my least favorite villain. If they go with the Clone Saga, I'm done with Spider-Man films.
It has now been confirmed that the Sinister Six will feature a gangbang between all the villains. What the hell have I done?
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my god. I gotta stop this. We must switch bodies. Nobody will know. Of course, there are fans around the world. If Harry was to die at the end, or in Spider-Man 2, would it be too soon for Harry to die if Emma Stone died in the Amazing Spider-Man 2? Sorry.
Hold on a second, I'm just reading another question.
It says who will give it a love in Emma Stone. I'm pretty sure it's is Harry dying too soon? I'm pretty sure one of the guys said that.
We're not sure if Harry dies at all in the first place. Maybe he just quits being Green Goblin. Green Goblin no more. Harry starts a new life.
Yeah, as the CEO of Oscorp Industries.
Yeah. And a drug addict.
Oh, I know. What if the gentleman is actually Tobey Maguire and he's actually trying to get all these villains to support Sinister Six to destroy Andrew Garfield because the original Spider-Man movie was canceled?
Or Rodrigo Guevara.
Or Nicolas Cage. Oh
Yeah, I
no,
think
not the
Nicolas.
spiders! Not the spiders! Ah!
How is Spider-Man so popular? He has been around for like 10 years. What? I'd say 50 years. Someone needs to do their homework.
Yeah. Which is, I'm pretty sure it's like 51 years since
Yeah, yeah.
50 years is
It's
like,
an anniversary, yeah.
yeah, 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 I got that.
Is Venom gonna be Meg Gargan or Eddie Brock? Well, it's Eddie Brock for sure. I mean, Meg Gargan acquired the symbiote for a short period of time. I think in the main universe he still has the symbiote suit. I mean, that's a crazy idea for a movie. Definitely no.
Yes, I agree.
What
How
about
long
it?
do you, how
What
long do
about?
you think until Doc Ock is finally removed and we get back Peter Parker? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like in 2014 in March because that's what it said. It's like a confirmation, like Superior Spider-Man will end next year on March.
Well, yeah, as I mentioned previously, don't forget to get the Amazing Spider-Man issue 700.1, .2, .3. These are basically flashbacks, stories from the past. And that's the original Peter Parker. So far, that's the only thing we have. Well, there's a Kane also, but I don't really read Superior. Who do you think do you think Morbius is too unrealistic to introduce in this universe? Well, I don't think there's something unrealistic in a Spider-Man's universe. So basically, everything is unrealistic. Like, how can you say that it's unrealistic? Really, there's a guy jumping, swinging, walking, crawling on the walls. Astonishing.
Yeah, one of the guys said, "What's worse, Spider-Man Clone Saga or One More Day?" Okay, let's see. Shitloads of clones or a devil trying to buy each of everyone's soul that Peter knows just to save Aunt May. I'm pretty sure let's let Aunt May die because she's a bit old.
One More Day was horrible.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Joe Quesada is just like the previous Dan Slott.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You have a point here. Jesus, it was so like the whole thing with Mephisto. Oh Jesus, I keep remembering this story.
Remember the time where you got the 666 likes on Facebook account?
Yeah. No, thanks. I don't really want to remember One More Day.
Please don't hate me because I like Spider-Man 3, please. Well, it could have been a lot better if it was like split into two parts. One we like the first part we just got like we focused around Peter and Symbiote, and the last part we got like the whole scene is like a showdown between Spider-Man and the Venom. Did you know that there was like a deleted scene that featured in the game, but there's also like the alternative scene where the agreement with Venom and Sandman, it's like if you're not gonna join with me to kill Spider-Man, then I'm gonna kill your daughter, Sandman. But in the movie, it's like, hey, wanna join me to kill Spider-Man? He's like, yeah. In the game, you have like no choice. It's only an alternative scene. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, I remember this. It was a cutscene in the game in the park. So yeah, I remember this.
Well, will 2002 include Thanos? Because Thanos, well, from the Avengers, was teased fapping at the end of 2001. Remember when Mary Jane died due to Spider-Man's radioactive semen?
Yeah, there was this storyline. Horrible.
Yeah. It was like House of M.
Yeah, talking about Spider-Man 3 and how someone might like it, well, let's be honest here, Spider-Man 3 had decent action scenes, and some people go to see a movie just because of the action. In terms of action, it was a great movie, really. In terms of story, not so much.
The crane looked real.
Real, yeah.
I actually thought the effects were kind of cool. I have to say that the air battles from falling from high above to the ground, I thought was pretty fantastic. You know, I just wanted like a 1 hour version of Spider-Man versus Venom, or at least Spider-Man versus the you know who, the DX. You know, and one of the guys said, which would be a better film and best box office, 2002 or Batman vs. Superman, and why? Please reply back. I have to say The Amazing Spider-Man 2 because Batman vs. Superman is basically like becoming the Spider-Man 3, but instead we're just going to get lots of heroes instead of lots of villains, and probably going to get written poorly. And it's not going to be like based around the same year. Batman vs. Superman or Batman and Superman will be in 2015. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is going to come out next year. And I'm pretty sure The Amazing Spider-Man 2 will do the best box office because we're going to have like written properly. Everyone will have a purpose. once in Batman vs Superman, everyone will watch it because of Batman, because of Batman.
I'm wondering how they're going to introduce Bruce Wayne without his origin story. Like, will they show the flashback scenes, like Joker killing his parents, something like that, or it will be just, hi, I'm Batman, let's team up, like, or something like that. I don't know.
I'm pretty
Batman.
sure. I'm pretty sure everybody already knows the origin of
Yeah,
Batman.
yeah, due to the Christopher Nolan, but these movies aren't really connected. I don't know. There is no connection between these movies. Will they use the Nolan Batman? No, not really.
They'll
Why are you
use
laughing
the
again, Mark? What's wrong?
Gwen will die at the Cock Tower.
Cock Tower, that's interesting.
Well, or the porn parody will get a sequel. Will The Amazing Spider-Man 2 be much darker? One of the guys said.
Darker, I think, judging by the trailer, it has a more, well, lighter approach. At least Spidey will swing during daytime, not at nighttime like in the first movie. Well, there's a Times Square fight scene which takes place at night, but most of the swinging scenes from the trailer we can see that it's during daytime. In terms of story, I think it will start off like a really kind of like a light tone. Spidey beats Rhino, he jokes around, and then something happens, like Gwen dies or whatever, The movie will end on the tragic note, like the dark. Sorry for bringing this movie like in the Spider-Man's discussion. Dark Knight Rises. A girlfriend dies and the hero goes to the shadow. Something like that. Wouldn't it be interesting if Peter like decides to this city deserves this hero, like something like that?
One of the guys said, "Will Aunt May die in the future Spider-Man films?"
I don't think Aunt May dies. Why would she die in a movie, right?
Yeah. What? What if Aunt May will know that Peter is Spider-Man? What if he's gonna have like a long battle and his costume will be torn apart and he will have to go to the hospital, only to find out that Aunt May is actually working in the hospital as a nurse. If you've seen in the set photos, she's a nurse.
Yeah.
What if you have something like that? It's just speculation. I'm not saying it's like a rumor. It's just a speculation.
We have no chimney. What?
We'll have no what?
Chimney. In the international.
Oh, it's okay. I did not have a chimney. Also. Yeah.
Do you think they'll try to change Venom's outfit into something scarier or just stick the classic bulky design? I think Spider-Man 3 Venom lacks some muscles. He was kind of skinny, I think, for a Venom. They should give
in the game. He looked a bit fat, but he's still bulky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see.
Will Spider-Man be in a Sinister 6 movie at all? I mean, who else are they going to fight? The reason Sinister 6 is formed is to fight Spider-Man. There's no other reason. They can't just go like, oh, well, let's rob some banks. Okay, let's go like something like that. They need to have a purpose. They need to. Of course, Spider-Man will be featured, but I think the movie itself, like, I don't know, Mark. Do you think we'll see Spidey fighting Sinister 6 in a Sinister 6 movie?
If Gwen will die and possibly in The Amazing Spider-Man 3, and he might probably just give up being Spider-Man for quite some time, Miles Morales should be like the new Spider-Man, and maybe they're going to probably fight against Miles Morales, but if it's going to be like, then it might be him, but it's going to be Andrew again, because he wants to sign more contracts, just like Robert Downey Jr. did with the Avengers 2 and 3. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker Spider. Sorry.
Will Mary Jane and Black Cat be a lesbian couple?
I want to see that.
Seven and Mark, which Spider-Man game do you like the most? Spider-Man 1 for PS1, probably.
I actually remember I used to play Spider-Man 1 in PS1, in my friend with Nikita. He's a kid. He's just a guy, a male. I'm pretty sure he's grown up now. After I lost during the first tutorial on swinging, this was my first time I'm playing PlayStation. I literally just trashed his room. I was not upset, but I'm pretty sure. A Web of Shadows movie would be amazing. Some guy just said that. You know, only if you're gonna like introduce it after the Venom movie. You know, after you're gonna done with the probably Carnage and with Venom as Eddie Brock. I'm pretty sure we might have like a Carnage USA, you know, type of thing as a Web of Shadows. You know, Carnage is out of control. Come on, Eddie, let's defeat Carnage, please, Cassidy. Okay, we shall defeat our offspring.
Will Spider-Man be the 7? What if Christopher Nolan made Spider-Man movies?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be realistic, but then again, Mark Webb is probably the Christopher Nolan in the Spider-Man universe. I'm not sure.
I can see Peter talking with Bruce Wayne's voice, Batman's voice from Dark Knight, like, with great power comes great responsibility.
Incoming!
That's hilarious, seriously, I can imagine him talking with such voice.
Yo, Sparkles!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey, I'm just a normal guy.
Why did you kill Gwen? On the clock tower.
Will Mark Webb return for The Amazing Spider-Man 3? You know, I'm pretty sure I liked what he did with The Amazing Spider-Man here. I'm pretty sure he did a really good job with The Amazing Spider-Man, and I'm really happy that he returned for the sequel. So I'm pretty sure he should return. What do you think, Webb?
I think our director who made one movie before Spider-Man, which was 500 Days of Summer, he did pretty damn well. It was a romantic comedy, not an action movie. And then he jumps straight to a Spider-Man movie and brings us this amazing film with lots of action and cool scenes. I think Mark Webb did really well, and I hope they will bring him back for a third movie as well. By the way, Mark Webb used to be the creator. He used to create the clips, video clips for musical videos before doing the directing and everything.
Yeah, I know that.
And his music choice is like, I really love his, like, this song when Peter first discovers his powers, he smashes the clock tower, Phantom Planet, something like that. What was the band of this song? Hold on a second. In the first movie.
Do you mean the part with I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I know. Phantom Planet. Here, yeah, this one.
Wait, where's the clock? Where's the alarm clock? I need to smash it.
Hold on a second, my Firefox just crashed.
Oh. Well, I'm using Google Chrome.
Yeah, better use Google Chrome.
Here's this. What improvements will the new web shooters have? Well, I'm pretty sure, analyzed by some webheads himself, he probably said that there's going to be like it's still going to have dust coming off the web shooters, but it's not going to light up. And there's going to be an MP3 player, which my friend Evan Jung is probably planning on.
If you want to see a deeper analysis of web shooters, just go on YouTube and type 7 webheads web shooters analysis. I actually analyze the web shooters from the upcoming film. And talking about MP3 player, are you sure it's in the web shooters?
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what the sources say.
Yeah.
7, you and Mark should do a comedy show on Spider-Man. You guys are hilarious. Well, if only I was living in Manchester. Mark smash. Would you like to see Spidey in the cosmic suit? I'm not sure about that.
The negative zone? Which one?
The cosmic suit.
Oh,
you know,
the cosmic,
one where...
yeah. Future or the Future Foundation.
You know, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna try and find some more. Last time I have done a short video of Spider-Man as the hero and the Avengers as the villains. You should check it out. It's on my channel. I'm gonna show you the link. You know, it's basically like a fan video. You know, what if Spider-Man was the hero and the Avengers were villains? I'm gonna just give you the link.
Yep.
I'm just gonna give you that. I'm just gonna give you that, and that's it. Okay, whoever made this.
Yeah. All right.
What are the chances that Sony is going to end up selling the rights to Spinoffs? Listen, Sony are never going to give up the rights unless they want to join, they want to cooperate, you know, because they cannot like just straight away give away the rights. Spider-Man is like the key. It's like they're Sony's hero. You know, he saved Sony and the franchise. They do not care about just the money. They care about the fans. Okay. Whilst Fox, on the other hand, they just care about the money because they like Hugh Jackman a lot. And Disney, on the other hand, they do care about the fans, but they also like the money because of Robert Downey Jr. Sorry. Do you think Electro will hack Spidey's web shooters?
Hold on, Mark. I want to answer one question. Do you think it's a where was it? Yeah. Do you think that the finisher will be the one that causes the plane crash scene that kills Peter's parents? The finisher works for the gentleman. And in the trailer we spotted there is a fight in a plane. A guy punches Richard Parker. I'm pretty sure a guy wearing a parachute, and he looks like a pilot. It might be the finisher who works for the gentleman who caused this whole plane crash, who killed Peter's parents. All right, Mark, go with this question now.
My question?
The Electro one.
Do you think Electro will hack Spidey's web shooters? Well, as we've seen in the set photos, you can see the part where Gwen was just helping Spider-Man, you know, to fix the web shooters.
Yeah.
In fact, I think there's going to be an Electro fight scene, then the battle against the Goblin, you know, because he's trying to stop Gwen from helping him along, and then Gwen comes along to the clock tower to witness what Spidey does to Harry, and then some disappointment, and just me is going to go like, no, no, no.
Yeah, scene, the car scene where Spidey web zips her hand and leaves her, and she screams, "Peter!" This scene, right?
What if I told you it wasn't a web? If you know, I mean. Okay, we gotta stop that. Sony's dead without Spider-Man. Well, that may be true. Sony should write a comic series and send it to Marvel. I think that's unlikely. Here's that. Hey, do you think the black suit will appear in The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
There will be a tease of symbiote, obviously. Not sure if it's a costume or alien being.
Can Electro hack Spidey's web shooters and also the Goblin's glider? Well, I'm not sure if they're gonna if he's gonna betray Harry Osborn because he's following orders. You know, he's not gonna hack his his glider. You know, he'll never be invisible again, and he's gonna probably only gonna destroy Spider-Man's web shooters, cartridges, and probably gonna refill with electricity. And I'm not sure about the Goblin's glider.
Someone says, what if the gentleman really isn't the gentleman? Alright, now, first of all, Mark Webb teased the gentleman himself in one of the interviews. He said, think about the gentleman. Second, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 will feature a plane crash scene. Peter's parents die in a plane crash, and that's straight from the gentleman's story. I mean, there are so many connections. I mean, who else is Man in the Shadows if not the gentleman? The reason he appeared in a cell, like his mysterious appearance in a cell, I mean, that's you could speculate about that. I mean, he appeared out of nowhere as if he was Electro. Oh, I mean, not Electro. I mean, Mysterio. You remember this scene, Mark, in the post-credit scene?
Yes, I did remember that. I'm pretty sure I memorized the entire movie.
Yeah, I'm just he appeared out of nowhere. I don't know. The gentleman doesn't possess any superpowers, yet the guy appeared out of nowhere. Maybe it's just all in Dr. Connor's head. It's just his imagination. Well,
Yeah, the side effects of the cure from the.
Yeah, maybe.
Of the many funny scenes in the trailers, which one did you think was the funniest? To be honest, I'm pretty sure it was probably the part where, yo, Sparkles! Yo, Twilight Sparkles! Hey, you can start spin the web also. You know, never fear, your friendly neighborhood Rainbow Dash is here. Which I'm not a huge fan of bronies or anything. I'm just decided to just put it out there. And believe it or not, I know that you have a girlfriend, but I actually got the friend zoned by a really cute girl that I knew in high school. Believe it or not, all this time before I got friend zoned, I just literally just listened to the Amazing Spider-Man score, and it was like last year I got friend zoned, believe it or not. And you're so lucky to have a girlfriend. High five. And yeah.
You should dress in your Spidey's costume and go to school or whatever. You're studying at school, right? Or still at school?
No,
or
I'm in college. She's in high school.
Oh yeah.
And
just tell her, would you like to be my Gwen Stacy?
Well, I'm not sure about that because, well, to be honest, I'm not really sure. Because there's one thing for sure, I've learned the lesson. Watch The Amazing Spider-Man before you say I love you. How stupid was I?
Yeah.
One of the gentleman is Mysterio. Wow. No. I don't think he's the gentleman. End of story. Do you think we'll see Spidey swinging in London? Because we've seen Gwen Stacy with the British flag in the website, and we've seen the London Calling, which was both as the filming and the production title.
Well, I said already in my videos that Gwen Stacy will probably goes to London between The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
And Rowan Atkinson is the teacher, Mr. B.
Alright, Mark, we've got like 10 minutes more and we need to end the Hangout then. So let's answer all the questions like really fast.
Here's a thought. What if after they finish out the initial 3 movies, do they James Bond and like change Peter's actor? What? I'm not sure. 7, does your girlfriend like Spider-Man as much as you do?
Well, she's not really into Spider-Man. She likes the movies and she's kind of following the Amazing Spider-Man too, but that's as far as it goes. She's not reading comics or whatever. Will Mysterio be in one of the films? Hopefully, he's one of my favorite villains.
Plot twist. What if the gentleman is the chameleon?
Yeah, there is such a theory.
Yeah, and then at the end, he's gonna grab Norman Osborn and says, "Hello, old friend." Why wasn't that in your craziest theories in your videos?
Well, I don't know. The clock tower where Spidey is fighting Goblin, do you think that's in London or New York? I think it's New York. Will you play Spider-Man 3 for PC or PS2? I will play for the PC version. Will Black Cat ever appear in the Amazing Spider-Man franchise? Probably, maybe in the Sinister 6 movie we'll see Felicia Hardy. Who do you think would make a great J. Jonah Jameson? Well, as I said previously, what was his name, Mark? Bryan
Cranston from Godzilla and Toriko and Breaking Bad.
Yeah, the guy from Breaking Bad who played Walter White. Will anyone help Spider-Man? I think sure, if not a character, perhaps a symbiote will help him. If Spidey will wear a symbiote costume fighting Sinister 6, it will help him a lot, like in the Spectacular Spider-Man. And then there's a Venom spin-off movie. Spidey gets rid of the symbiote. And
who would you cast as Mysterio? You know, after that really ridiculous rumor, I have to go with Bruce Campbell. His laugh is like a like how it should be as Mysterio. I'm pretty sure something like that. Oh, come on, Mark. It's not hard to read. I was saying if they continue the movies, only they change the actor who plays Peter Parker. Oh. Well, one of the Daniel O. Allen O'Neill, Mark and Seven. What are your views on what is said to be Hans Zimmer's score 2002?
You mean the music that plays on the background on the website?
The website, and yes.
I'm not
and,
really sure if it's Hans Zimmer's score, really. For the first movie, the website, it had some score in the background as well, but it turned out that it wasn't James Horner. So maybe the website music isn't really done by Hans Zimmer. Maybe it's just random music.
And yeah, I'm really looking forward to what Hans Zimmer will do, because I've heard in the leaked trailer he kept the James Horner tone. Yeah, I just really cannot wait to see.
It will probably.
Will there be a chance of seeing Agent Venom? No. We're gonna have like Eddie Brock. We're not gonna have Flash Thompson. We're gonna see him as a fan of Spider-Man. That's it.
And Pascal Delay makes a good point. He says that they said that the first film will be filmed entirely in New York, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So no England, no London. So Gwen will probably go to London between The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Yeah. Okay. So many questions. The man in the shadow says hi.
Hello.
Mark, would Electro hurt Harry in The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Well, as Zelwet had said and used to be in his videos, he said that you'll never be invisible again. It's probably for Electro, so he's not gonna hurt him. He's gonna team up. You know.
Electro works for Osborns. That's mark my words. They will use Electro as a weapon against Spider-Man.
Because we've seen Electro in Osborn's house in his full costume.
Yeah.
He's like doing like this to.
Lizard in Ravencroft. Well, that's really interesting. The prison cell from the first movie where Connors is placed. Is it Ravencroft?
It cannot be Rikers Island. It's supposed to be like for at least Cassidy and some people, so it has to be Ravencroft.
Yeah, probably Ravencroft.
Yeah, Rikers Island was referenced in Spider-Man 3, so it should be Ravencroft.
Harry has orange goblin hair, so what if he's Hobgoblin, not Green Goblin? Well, he's either Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, Demo Goblin, or a mix of three of those.
Or the retarded version of Collector and Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. Benicio.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Abdul is Batman 17.
What an original, interesting nickname. Why? I'm serious.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for answering my questions. You're welcome. I'm sorry if we missed some question, guys, when Mark was telling us his love story. No, seriously, it's alright. Let's wish Mark some luck in terms of his new. How old is she?
Who?
Girlfriend, or the girl you like?
It's really difficult. Maybe, judging by the birthday video I made like a couple years ago, she has to be like a. I don't like to keep that a secret. I do not want to leak everything out on the internet.
That's right. That's wise. So, do you think that Rhino will work for Oscar Osborns? Check out my video, which is called "Will Rhino Work for Oscar?" The costume, Rhino suit, you can spot some stickers in Russian. So I don't think it comes from Oscar. Maybe it's an Oscar prototype modified by Rhino later on.
So people, we would like to thank you for sticking with us with 7 Webheads and 7 Junior, number 8.
Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully we will do more of those hangouts in future. Mark, thanks a lot. The hangout will be
I'll see you next time.
Yeah, the hangout will be available on YouTube after a couple of minutes, so you can watch the whole thing later on. Alright Mark, see ya.
See ya.
See ya guys, take care.
Bye.